Hi guys, welcome back or welcome to Switch to Life. And in today's video, we're going to do our monthly upcoming Dreamworks content update. Unlike our May update, which had a lot of sad news, this one has a lot of good news. And I can't wait to get started, so without further ado, let's start the video. In terms of movies, our first movie is Gillman Teenage Kraken, which comes out on June 30th, which is less than a month from now. I honestly can't wait to see what this movie is like, because it's going to be one of the weirdest original movies that we've seen in a long time, and I can't wait to see the lore of Gillman Teenage Kraken. You can find the trailers for this movie on the internet, but I actually combined the two into an ultimate trailer. A link to that is in the description down below. Aside from that, however, our next movie coming out on November 17th is Trolls Band Together. It will be the third film in the Trolls franchise, and a link to the trailer is included in the description down below. But now we come to our first film in 2024, and currently the only Dreamworks film that has been revealed for 2024, and that is Kung Fu Panda 4. And honestly, this was actually going to become a full video in discussing the plot details for this movie, but in the end, I decided against it, so the plot details are included in this video. Essentially, Kung Fu Panda 4 will be the start of something called the Master Trilogy, which means eventually, not soon, but eventually, we will get Kung Fu Panda 4, 5, and 6. Fair warning though, minor spoilers ahead, so skip to the next chapter if you want. Are you done? Good. Everybody who is still here is ready for the spoilers. During a press release on Universal, I don't know what it was advertising, Jack Black came forward and announced the basic plot of Kung Fu Panda 4. Essentially, this will see Po preparing himself to become the new spiritual leader of the Valley of Peace, replacing Master Oogway. However, this means that he needs to get rid of his role as the Dragon Master, or Dragon Warrior, and he needs to train a replacement. He finds this replacement in a promising young student named Zen, a fox who is poised to succeed him as the Dragon Warrior. In addition, the main antagonist of the movie is someone called the Chameleon, and he has the special ability to bring back Po's past enemies. This means that we will probably see Tai Lung, or maybe Shen, and maybe even Kai from Kung Fu Panda 3. And who knows? They might even add some villains from the TV show just for the super fans, like Klaus and Veruca, Jindao, the White Bone Demon, or other characters from the Kung Fu Panda Legends of Awesomeness. And while the only 2024 movie that we know of is Kung Fu Panda 4, there are actually 2 confirmed Dreamworks movies with release dates. Problem is, we don't know what these films are going to be. The release dates are February and September of 2024. While not confirmed, I personally believe that these 2 movies are going to be Mice and Mystics, followed by Shrek 5. Mice and Mystics tells the story of a bunch of humans who were turned into mice and they have to face off a giant cat. It is based off of a board game similar to the Dungeons & Dragons style of gameplay. And of course, I do not need to explain Shrek 5 to anyone watching this video. In fact, I already have a theory video discussing what I believe could be the best plot for Shrek 5, and a link to that is down below in the description. I apologize for the low quality sound in that video. And finally, we come to our next movie. Nothing says let's celebrate the 15th anniversary of a classic film like giving it a live-action remake just 4 days after its anniversary. But apparently that is what Universal is doing. If you want, I have already included a link to my thoughts on the live-action How to Train Your Dragon down below, but essentially this movie is going to be a live-action How to Train Your Dragon film, and it's probably going to be a retelling of the movies, and will most likely be released on March 14th, 2025, unless there are some delays. The filming for this movie is expected to begin in Los Angeles on June 30th, the same day that Gillman Teenage Kraken releases in theaters. But more good news that was not in my video is that we actually have castings for our leads. I have actually never heard of either of these actors, nor have I seen any projects that they are in, but I actually like the casting based off of those images so far. And I guess the main reason I haven't seen these guys in anything is because I'm not really a fan of live action content, and really, they're not really in anything that I'm a fan of. Don't forget, you can do the research for these guys on your own, and maybe you guys can give your honest opinions on how you think they will do in the comments down below. But with that out of the way, it's time to move on to the TV shows. Tiny Diamond, if you would.
Oh, hey, Tiny, you see that button right there? Oh, you mean the button that's taking every fiber of my being not to press? Press it. Oh!
Thank you, Tiny. And good news for the TV show side of things, we have a lot of renewals. One of these is actually a brand new series. Okay, so this is not a renewal, but we got 2 brand new series that have been given release dates. One of them is Not Quite Narwhal, which will be released on Netflix on June 19th, 2023. A link to the trailer to that show is included down below. But along with that, the other show that has been given a release date for its first season is Dewdrop Diaries, also on Netflix. Just so you know, there isn't a trailer for this show yet, but it's been given a release date of July 24th, 2023. If you want plot details, just pause the video. But essentially, both of these shows have been confirmed to get 2 seasons with a total of 26 episodes. So if you're not satisfied with the first season, don't worry, there's going to be a second. And now it's finally time to get into Netflix renewals, of which we currently only have one. Much to my surprise, Gabby's Dollhouse has officially entered Phase 3, with the confirmed 8th season getting its release on August 7th, 2023. I honestly can't believe it, but essentially, yeah, Gabby's Dollhouse just became popular enough to become one of the few Dreamworks shows that manages to exceed 52 episodes. Now, much to my surprise, we still have yet to receive a release date for the following TV shows: Go! Season 4, Kung Fu Panda: The Dragon Knight Season 3, and The Boss Baby Back in the Crib Season 3, despite the fact that all 3 of these shows have officially been confirmed. Well, Netflix just revealed their entire summer slate, and none of those shows, despite being renewed, weren't given actual release dates. This kind of means that I wouldn't expect any of these shows to get renewals until fall or maybe even the winter of 2023. Really, the only show that we don't actually have any sign of renewal for is Team Zenko Go, which despite Season 2 releasing all the way back in August, we've still yet to get confirmation that Season 3 is gonna happen because, well, reasons. I don't know. But good news is that neither Dreamworks or Netflix has officially confirmed this show to be canceled, which means that there is still potential for Season 3, but at this point, I'm not even holding my breath for it. But who knows? Maybe they will renew it. Finally, we move to our next installment, which is The Bad Guys in the Holiday Heist. Just so you know, this is a non-confirmed title. I made it up myself, but essentially, this is a TV special that is being made by Netflix that will be released at some point in December 2023 and is based off of the film The Bad Guys. If you want plot details, just pause the video and look at your screen. I'm surprised I'm still mentioning this, but Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is no longer in theaters and is currently available on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital. But if you don't feel like purchasing it, even with the Trident short, which honestly isn't worth the price, there is the option to stream it on Peacock currently, but eventually it will come to Netflix and leave Peacock on July 10th. And now we come to the bad news of Netflix, which is that Dreamworks shows aren't going to stay on their respective streaming services forever. We've already had to say goodbye to Turbo Fast, Veggietales in the House, and the Mr. Peabody and Sherman show. While we have yet to see where these old shows are eventually going to be streaming, most likely Peacock, but not yet, The good news is that we have zero confirmation of any of the other DreamWorks shows leaving Netflix or Amazon or Apple TV Plus or Peacock or Hulu. Wow, DreamWorks has a lot of streaming services. But worry not. For the foreseeable future, all DreamWorks shows that are still on streaming services are going to stay on those streaming services for quite some time. And now it's time to change streaming services and go to Peacock for some really good news.
The wait is over! Finally!
Yes, you're right, Phil Betterman, because we actually have 2 renewals here. The shows of Dragons the Nine Realms, which has been confirmed for Season 6, is going to be released on June 15th, 2023, and it will be followed by the Croods Family Tree Season 7, which will be released on July 27th, 2023. I told you those shows would get renewed. The weird thing is that, for some weird reason, Dragons the Nine Realms doesn't have a Season 6 trailer yet, despite the fact that it's just 2 weeks away from release by the time I'm recording this video, which is really weird. But I believe that Season 6 trailer will most likely drop in the coming days, and I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. The only show that is currently streaming on Peacock that we don't have a renewal date for is Abominable: The Invisible City Season 3. And to be honest, I didn't expect this show to get renewed, at least not yet. In my opinion, Season 3 won't be released until fall 2023, if it's that soon. But thankfully, we still got Peacock shows that have yet to get their first season. Among them is Casper. Well, okay, we don't know what this series is going to be called, but what we do know is that it's going to be a live-action animation hybrid starring Casper the Friendly Ghost. It's most likely that this will be released at some point in October because, Ghost, Halloween, you get what I'm saying. But again, that is an unconfirmed release date. We don't actually know when this series is going to be released, and it might not even be in 2023. And this will not be DreamWorks' first time working with Casper the Friendly Ghost, as he appeared in a single episode of Harvey Girls Forever, which is currently streaming on Netflix and won't be removed for a long, long time. The only show that is coming to Peacock that we have a timetable for is Megamind's Guide to Defending Your City, which has a confirmed timetable release of 2024. So don't expect Megamind to be releasing this year. Little is known about this series other than that it will be a Megamind sequel, and we don't even know who the cast is, but I can tell you if Will Ferrell isn't in this, it's going to be one of the bad TV shows.
Oh! I'm shaking in my custom baby seal leather boots!
Well, Apple TV Plus is easy because there's really only 2 shows that we need to care about, and that is rbrick, which, even though it has been confirmed that DreamWorks is making this series and will release it on Apple TV Plus, they've yet to give us a release date. But the other TV show is Pinecone and Pony, which is currently streaming 2 seasons on Apple TV Plus, and while it has yet to be renewed for Season 3, I do believe Season 3 is eventually coming. So with that, it is time to recap all of the DreamWorks content coming out in the near future. We have Dragons the Nine Realms Season 6 coming to Peacock and Hulu on June 15th, 2023. Not Quite Narwhal Season 1 coming to Netflix on June 19th, 2023. Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken releasing in theaters on June 30th, 2023, less than a month from now. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which will be leaving Peacock and coming to Netflix on July 10th, 2023. Dewdrop Diaries Season 1 on Netflix on July 24th, 2023. The Croods Family Tree Season 7, which will be released on Peacock and Hulu on July 27th, 2023. And finally, Gabby's Dollhouse Season 8, which will come to Netflix on August 7th, 2023. And with that, that is the DreamWorks Monthly Recap. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video and that you are looking forward to the next one. Comment down below on which DreamWorks project you're most excited about. For me, it's Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken and Dragons the Nine Realms Season 6. Please subscribe if you want to keep up to date on all things DreamWorks related. But until next time, I hope that you guys are staying safe out there, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
What now? Ruby, you're a princess. Address the crowd. I think I am having a panic attack.